Hi everyone, this is Rama Devi, MA Literature, and I have working as an assistant professor in FMA department, St. Martin's Engineering College, Dolapalli. Today I would like to explain about language skills. These language skills are very important to learn the language, not only English, all the languages, any language skills are very important. So these are language skills. We have four major skills we need to learn. So we need to learn about language LSRW skills. A person who knows about language, he may listen to music, and he may listen others words, and a person who speak about language skills, who learn about speaking, he may converse with others, he may converse with native speakers, and he may write a letter to the higher authorities, and he may write letters to his relatives, and he may read novels or books, etc. These are called LSRW skills. LSRW skills. Here, reading and speaking are receptive skills. Reading and speaking are receptive, comprehensive skills. So, and speaking and writing are productive skills. Productive means something we produce. Here, someone else is required. Someone else is required to speak with others. Someone else is required to write a topic. So here, only we need something, someone is required to all. See, LSRW skills are very important to learn language. LSRW skills learn language. These are about, we learn about language skills. So, these are actually language comes through a habit form. Actually, language comes through a habit formation. We need to learn the language. We should master about basic skills called listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So these are also called LSRW skills and also called social skills. See here, listening or reading are receptive skills, are also called passive skills, are also called comprehensive skills. So here listening is a basic skill. Actually, in LSRW skills, listening is a basic skill, while speaking and writing are called productive, active, expressive skills. Productive skills are also called active skills, are also called expressive skills. Something is expressing here with something is expressing, something is producing with this speaking and writing. So these are speaking and writing are also called graphic motor skills. Graphic motor skills, we use our muscles to produce these speaking and writing. Coming to listening and reading, these are receptive skills. Receptive means receiving the information. And receiving information. So coming to first skill, the basic skill is listening skills. These are also called oral skills. We listen with the ear. So ear is including in the skill. That's why we called it as listening skills. So listening skills make an effort hear something. It is the ability to hear, understanding the printed message. It's a conscious mental process. It is told by Mary Underwood. So once Mary Underwood said about listening, it is a mental conscious skill. Mental conscious skills. Listening is the ability to understand specific information or a matter to format the communication. So we have three members in fathers of listening. So James Brown, Ralph Nicholas, and Carl Weavers are the three major fathers of listening. Coming to listening, so listening, we take a process. First we input the message, and it takes process and it gives the response to the other person. So first input, some message, some information we input into speaker's word, that is called speaker words input. Then after we process and understanding. Then after we give listeners evaluation and we give the response in this output. So in the process of understanding, we have two types of process are there. First one is bottom up process and top down process. Bottom up process means passive process. So bottom up process means use of information data. So data used by the source of information in understanding. So for example, a person is nothing know about cooking, how to cook a food or how to cook a biryani. So he has watching a YouTube movie. He is watching a YouTube movie. He doesn't know about how to cook. He is completely new to that cooking. So he is writing all ingredients very carefully, and he is writing all ingredients very carefully, and the process is also very carefully he is writing, and later he execute. That is called bottom up process. Nothing, he doesn't know anything about that information. That is called bottom up process. Next, in the understanding, top down process is also there. Top down processes means using background knowledge while understanding. Using background knowledge while understanding. For example, same example here in the bottom up process, a person doesn't know about the process of cooking biryani, and here he knows about, maybe the person is a chef, he know about that, but he wants to see once again. So it is called top down process. Top down process means passive process. Use of background knowledge in understanding comprehension. He understands his comprehension. He uses his background knowledge. He knows about that recipe, and he doesn't concentrate that what is just concentration he knows about. And coming to bottom up process, the person doesn't know about how to cook a food, how to cook about that recipe. So that he is concentrating on video and he writes everything. He is concentrating on video and he writes everything and he note down everything and process and ingredients. Then he will perform, he will execute. So this is about processing on understanding is two types, bottom up process and top down process. Coming to listening skills, we have four types of listening skills we have. Four types of listening skills we have. Those are casual listening, appreciative listening, focused listening, just listening, appreciative listening. Appreciative listening. Here, casual listening means we listen casually. Here, casual listening means we listen casually. For example, we listen to the music. We listen to the radio. We listen to the TV while we are working. That is called casual listening. Focused listening means listening concentrate. We concentrate on our listening. For example, our classroom classes we listen carefully, and we write questions. We write in the interviews we listen carefully to the questions to answer. And just listening means we only listen main points of that speech. This is also called headlines. We listen headlines of a news. And appreciative listening is also called, we listen for our mental pleasure. We leisurely listen to this. These are the four listening skills. Coming to our language skills, we have reading skills. Reading is nothing but coming to next skill. Reading is the process of taking the sense of meaning of symbols often specifically those of written language. It means, so we are decoding that printed material. We are decoding that printed material. So these are different types of reading material, reading strategies we have. First one is skimming, scanning, intensive reading, extensive reading, and critical reading. So we have different kinds of reading in reading: skimming, scanning, intensive reading, extensive reading, critical reading. So first one is skimming. Skimming means reading quickly to get gist of that passage. We read quickly for the main points. for example, while going to the exam, we do not have a time to read everything. We just read about important points, headlines, and subheadings. Then after, second point is in the skimming. So actually skimming means we read for gist. What are the main points? Before going to exam, we skim. Then after, while we are in the bookstall or in the library, we need to borrow a book, we need to buy a book from the bookstall. Means, first of all, we select the book and we flip it, and we see the cover page, and we read the index, and once we flip it and we close the cover page, then we will select, if it is necessary for us, we will select in the library as well as in the college, in the bookstall. So while we are borrowing or buying a book, we use skimming. In the exam time, or when we are in hurry, in the exam time, we just only read for the headings. When we are in borrowing a book, or when we are in buying a book, we skim that. Next, coming to, so headline, newspaper headlines is also one more example. So we need not to read anything. We need not to interest to read anything in the, everything in the newspaper. Just we read about we skim headlines only. We read headlines and will go. This is called skimming. Skimming means reading for the gist. What is the overall main point of that passage? Coming to next, scanning. Next strategy of reading, scanning. Scanning means we search for a specific piece of information in the passage. We search for a specific piece of information in the big data. For example, scanning means we scan, for example, newspaper, a word meaning in the dictionary. From the big data, we scan for the specific piece of information, that is called scanning. So for example, in the railway station, we see the timetable, we scan the timetable about our train timings and which platform and at what time it comes and at what times it left the platform. So this is about scanning. Scanning means the information, we search for a piece of information. For example, your result, a student's results, we can search, we can enter our roll number, we can enter our date of birth, whatever they ask, we can enter for that. We are searching for a piece of information from the big data. For example, a telephone number in the telephone directory. This is about scanning. Scanning means a piece of information, searching for a piece of information from the big data. Next, coming to the intensive reading. Intensive reading means it involves detailed reading. For example, detailed reading usually tied to learning objective or a classroom task. For example, the comprehension questions after the poems, essays, essay questions, the questions after an essay, questions after a story. This is called intensive reading. Actually, intensive reading means detailed reading. We read detailed to the passage and answer to the question. answers to the questions. Intensive reading is reading for our grades, for our classroom academics. We read for our academics, for our grading points. It is called intensive reading. Next, extensive reading. After in the reading skills, extensive reading is also one more important topic, important strategy in reading. Extensive reading is a free pleasure reading. It is also called pleasure reading. So we read for our mental pleasure, our entertainment, we read. So extensive is a means of widely, especially reading a book or a long textbooks for our pleasure called extensive reading. So mostly by this extensive reading, we learn more vocabulary, more language skills from this extensive reading. This is an essential reading skill. This is an essential reading skills. Mostly people learn the language, learn about the world by this extensive reading only. We read for intensive reading and just reading for our academics growth only. This is for our mental growth and personality development. Most of the people read extensive reading only. Extensive reading means reading for our mental pleasure. We read mental pleasure. This is also called entertainment, reading for our entertainment. In olden days, they do not have these electronic gadgets. They only depend on books and comics. For their entertainment, they read most of the all books, and they developed their personality skills as well as language skills as well as their social skills for this extensive reading. The benefits of extensive reading, a source of pleasure, and it relieves our stress. Overall mental well-being. The benefit of extensive reading, we release from our mental pressure or stress, or it is a extensive reading nothing but a overall mental well-being. So, stimulates benefits. Extensive reading stimulates the imagination and one's creativity. We can imagine. Once we read means nowadays students or people are not reading, but in olden days they create. In olden days they read the book and they imagine what is the scene behind that, what is the situation after that. So Jayakanthan, the Kendra Sahitya Academy winner, so he said about the person who is the reader running into that story, which is his success. Jayakanthan, that person, he said, who is the reader coming into the story and imagining himself in the story, it is the success of a author. And in the extensive reading, one more benefit we have, so increases our ability to empathize with others and promote social skills. It is the ability to increase our empathize. And reading a lot improves one's language skills and general knowledge and positive implication as well as academic. It is also related to academic success also. And however, these benefits are incidental, primary incidental, and extensive reading for enjoyment. We read for enjoyment. So coming to our next skill, writing skills. Writing skills. These are also called graphic motor skills. While writing, we use our muscles. That's why it is called graphic skills. A person who master over the language skills, not only listening and reading and speaking, so he has to master over the writing skills also. This is a high level language skills. First one is listening is a basic skill and writing is a high level language skills. Writing skills includes all the knowledge and about related to expressing ourselves through the written word. What we think, what we want to express. So we have to express our thoughts, we have to write. It is a sound understanding the language through grammar, spelling, vocabulary, everything. So in a writing, we use one word substitutions, idioms and proverbs, everything. So for example, a person master over the language writing skills. So he has to learn about vocabulary, different kinds of vocabulary and language skills, structures and sentence structures, everything he has to improve in his writings. For example, a person is not coming to college regularly. So he has to write, he has to enhance his writing skills, he has to include some idioms in his writings. A person who is not coming to college regularly, instead of that, he has to use, a person is coming to college once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, this means, so he is not coming to the college regularly. Instead of using this sentence, instead of using this vocabulary, so he has used in his writing in idioms. Idioms nothing but it enhance our writing skills. In IELTS exams also, LSRW skills are important. In that, writing skill is very important. You will get at least 2 essays, 150 words essay and 250 words essay in half an hour. So in that time, we use some one word substitutions. Instead of using lengthy sentences, instead of using complex sentences, we use general sentences, and we use these language skills, this type of language skills we use in writing. So in the writing skills, in the writing skills, to know about that, to give so we use, for example, a person, how is your work going on? So he, instead of saying how is your work going, the person answers, it is like working like very slowly, my project is very slowly, it is going like very slowly. Instead of saying that, he may say, it is like lame duck, sir. It is like, he may say lame duck, sir. Lame duck means he used idiom in his vocabulary, in his writing style. It gives the enhancement. Okay, while writing, the process of writing, so we have different steps: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, formatting, inner text citation and work cited. For example, so these are the process of writing skills. So coming to writing skills, the process is important. Neat. Editing is important. Proofreading is also important. Proofreading is important. And so these are the skills very important. First, we have to write whatever we thought, we have to write. Then after, edit it. Is there any spelling mistakes? Is there any sentence structure mistake? Is there any other mistakes? We edit. That is also called proofreading. So mostly the books come for the proofreading. Coming to our slide, next slide. The process of reading. Coming to our next slide. So the qualities of, there are 5 qualities of good, precise. First, precise writing: clarity, correction, objectivity, coherence and conciseness. These are the five major qualities in good writing. First one is clarity, correction, objectivity, coherence and conciseness. What is the clarity about? So this means our writing should convey exactly what we wish to convey. Our writing exactly what we wish to convey. The information provides to reader should be correct. For example, I have added one like a image like a 6. One person it looks like a 6 and other person who is standing left side it does look like 9. This is not a clarity. It is not a clarity. Whatever we want to convey, so we should give exact clarity. Coming to correctness, this means we should be clear, not vague or ambiguous. It is so whatever we want to express, it should be clear. Coming to next one, objectivity. The ability to present opinions and personal perseverance. So this is about objectivity, and so for your better understanding, so I have a video that is about 4 language skills. So the video is about, which I am showing, is about 4 language skills. So for your better understanding, so these 4 language skills are, I am showing a video, these 4 language skills about listening, reading, speaking and writing. So coming to next, so actually when we listen, so it is in the pie chart. So when we listen, 45% we listen and 30% we speak. Reading, 16% we read and 9% we write. So here major role is listening. This is the basic skill. It's a major role is listening. Then after we speak. Any new language we listen first. Then after we try. Then after we, so listening, ability to accurate, receive and interpret messages. So when we listen, we understand it. Then after we give the answer to the other person. Next coming, so what are the tips to we listen? Improve listening means listen audiobooks, watch and listen films and listen to the news, listen to the people. So you want to master over the listening. So these are the tips you have to improve. Listen audiobooks, watch audio listening, audio films and listening to the news, listening to the, so coming to speaking, the action of conveying information to the others. So how to improve our reading skills means speaking. First we need to speak very small sentences. No need to going to the long sentences. Just we speak small sentences. Speak at home. First you rehearse at home. Then after you speak with other. Listen, conversation and speak. First listen, converse it and speak. Speak yourself first. You rehearse. So you prepare in front of the mirror. You rehearse. Speak yourself. Then after speak with friends and choose your mastery. Then after you speak with your friends. They may find out your mistakes and they will tell you. So first you take the topic and you speak that. So speak clearly and loudly. If you speak slowly means they may confuse. First speak clearly and loudly. Use proper tenses. Learn auxiliaries. Use proper tenses and structures and the auxiliary verbs. For example, you are using wrong auxiliary means the structure may wrong. Next, increase vocabulary, idioms and phrases which we discussed earlier. Idioms you increase in your speaking. And don't hesitate to make mistakes. If you missed, don't hesitate to make mistakes. Don't just translate your thoughts. Don't two translation, don't do that. Just express. Expressing skills are observe other how to say. Observe others how they are speaking and imitate them. So these are the skills. These are the skills improved by others. Next coming to reading. It's a process of decoding symbols. it's a process of it's a coordination between eyes and brain. So this is so how to improve your reading skills? Read simple things first. Read simple, small stories first. Read stories and novels. Read newspapers and magazines daily. Read what you like most and read loud and concentrate pronunciations. So these are the reading skills. Actually, the reading skills means decoding symbols. So these are the reading skills we discussed about reading and language skills. Thank you.